Hello again. This is your internet dad, and the subject of today's talk are job interviews, but that can also apply to interviews for the college of your choice. This is the same advice I gave my sons, and I share it with you as life lessons, hoping that you'll become a more successful person. The first thing we have to declare is that interviews are stressful. There's no way you can get around that. This is a very important, pivotal moment in your life. It could change your life, and these people can do it for you. But you've also got to recognize that stress is something that will happen in every interview you do, but possibly less and less each time you do it. So think in terms of going to as many interviews as you can, because then you can acquire those skills. You have other stresses, and one of which is that you may be given an offer today or maybe in the next week or so, and this is when you know least about this company. You will know a lot more about this company in 3 months' time, but right now you may have to make the decision. So you have done your homework, you've gone on the internet, you've done LinkedIn, you found as much information as you could about the firm, about the industry, about the area. If possible, if you know somebody who either worked there or used to work there, give them a call and say, I'm very interested in joining the firm. What do you think of how things are going? What particular areas are attractive? Is this a good idea? Most people will be enthusiastic in terms of wishing to help you, and they will give you lots of valid advice. If this is your first interview, you may be in for a few surprises. And the first one that you might discover is that the person who's interviewing you, or the people who are interviewing you, are not actually very good interviewers. This is not what they do for a living. They're line managers frequently. They're people that you will be working with, but they don't have a polished repartee. They do, however, know your future job better than anyone else alive. And so they'll be working hard to ask you the right questions and, importantly, respond to your questions. The second issue is that we have to know that this is a deselection process. In other words, they're not selecting the best. They're usually going from the final 3 or the final 10, and they're deselecting them. And so what you'll find is those people will be looking for something to be memorable about you, so that when they talk to their colleagues later, they'll know who you are. So that brings you back to the hook. During the actual interview, be calm and confident. You're the world's expert on yourself. Talk about yourself. That means obviously no arrogance, always polite, but never a supplicant, and don't be desperate, even if you desperately need this job. Because people don't like desperate people, because they know they do desperate things, and that includes faking their resume and the like. Hopefully you will have had a pleasant interview process. Sometimes you'll come across what's known as a stress interview. This is where the interview gets aggressive with you, questions you, and all that. Like, this used to be more fashionable. I think it's one of the silliest things I came across. I've done many interviews. I've been interviewed many times. And to get the information you need, scaring the person is just not going to be the way to do it. So that's the course of the interview. You should feel good, you should feel confident, you should feel you are delivering the goods for them as somebody who would be a valuable addition to their outfit. Think of yourself as a small business venture that they're about to embark on as a corporation. They're going to give you a salary, maybe they're going to give you training. They want to see if they're going to get a return from you over time. If you're a steady person, that will probably happen. Now the interview is now over. You gracefully exit, and then you leave the building, and then you do a little bit of self investigation. Ask yourself, is there anything I did really stupid in this? Is there something I said that was dumb? Is it something that I handled badly? This is the time when it's fresh in your memory and you can correct it. If you can't come up with anything like that, then relax. You can't do anything more to influence the selection process. You can obviously send an email or a letter thanking them for your time, and good luck.